sometimes reality feels stranger than fiction. Around the world, there are places so unusual, so breathtaking, that they look like they've been pulled straight out of a dream or dropped here from another planet. These aren't just travel destinations, they're natural wonders that challenge our sense of what's real. Imagine a mountain painted in stripes of red and yellow, a canyon carved by time into waves of stone, or a lake that turns everything it touches to stone. In this video, I'm taking you on a journey to 25 of the most surreal and mind-bending places on Earth. From the glowing blue volcanoes of Indonesia to rainbow rivers in Colombia, each stop will leave you questioning how such places can even exist. So get comfortable, turn up the volume, and prepare to be amazed by the unreal beauty of our planet. This is Wanderway, and we're about to explore Earth's most otherworldly wonders. Antelope Canyon, United States. Antelope Canyon is one of the most photographed slot canyons in the world, located in the heart of Arizona's Navajo Nation. Formed by the relentless flow of flash floods over millions of years, the canyon's narrow passageways and smooth, wavy walls create a natural sculpture gallery that changes color with the sun. The most magical time to visit is midday, when beams of sunlight pierce through the narrow openings above, lighting up the walls in hues of orange, red, and purple. Known as both Upper and Lower Antelope Canyon, these two sections offer slightly different experiences, but both feel like stepping into another world carved by light and stone. Caño Cristales, Colombia. Often called the River of Five Colors or the Liquid Rainbow, Caño Cristales is a breathtaking river found in Colombia's Serranía de la Macarena National Park. For most of the year, it looks like any other river, but between June and November, something magical happens. A rare aquatic plant called Macarenia clavigera blooms beneath the surface, turning the river vibrant shades of red, pink, yellow, green, and blue. With its flowing rainbow hues, Caño Cristales looks like a painting come to life, completely untouched by modern infrastructure with no roads leading directly to it. Chocolate Hills, Philippines. The Chocolate Hills are a geological formation in Bohol, Philippines, made up of over 1,200 perfectly cone-shaped hills that stretch across the landscape. During the dry season, the grass covering these hills turns brown, giving them the appearance of giant chocolate truffles, hence the name. While local legends speak of giants and heartbroken lovers shaping these hills, geologists believe they were formed by the weathering of marine limestone over thousands of years. Their almost symmetrical shapes and uniform size create a surreal, storybook-like scene unlike anywhere else on Earth. Dallol Volcano, Ethiopia. Located in Ethiopia's Danakil Depression, one of the hottest and most inhospitable places on Earth, Dallol is a hydrothermal field sitting atop a volcanic crater. Here, acid pools bubble, salt formations rise like coral, and mineral deposits create neon landscapes in bright green, yellow, and red. Despite the extreme conditions, temperatures regularly exceed 45 degrees Celsius, life finds a way in Dallol with unique microbial organisms surviving in this toxic soup. The area is so otherworldly that scientists often compare it to the surface of Venus or Mars, making it a dream site for researchers and explorers. Devil's Tower, United States. Rising nearly 400 meters above the surrounding plains, Devil's Tower is a striking monolithic rock formation in northeastern Wyoming. Considered sacred by many Native American tribes, this natural wonder was the first site to be declared a U.S. national monument in 1906. The tower is made of igneous rock, formed by magma pushing its way toward the surface and cooling into unique vertical columns. Its unusual shape and dramatic setting have inspired myths, movies, and climbers alike. It was even featured in Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Gásadalur Waterfall, Faroe Islands. Gásadalur is a remote village on the edge of Vágar Island in the Faroe Islands, where dramatic cliffs meet the roaring Atlantic Ocean. What makes this spot truly surreal is the Múlafossur waterfall, which plunges straight from the grassy cliffs into the sea below, creating a scene that looks like it belongs on a fantasy postcard. For many years, Gásadalur was isolated from the rest of the islands, accessible only by a long hike over steep mountains. Today, a tunnel makes it easier to reach, but the village still retains its untouched charm, complete with turf-roofed houses, grazing sheep, and one of the most picturesque waterfalls in Europe. Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. The Giant's Causeway is a spectacular coastal area in Northern Ireland made up of around 40,000 interlocking basalt columns. These hexagonal pillars were formed by volcanic activity over 50 million years ago, but their unnatural symmetry has inspired countless legends. According to Irish folklore, the columns were created by the giant Finn McCool as a path to Scotland to confront a rival. Whether you believe the science or the stories, walking along these rocky formations feels like stepping into a myth, and the crashing waves and dramatic cliffs only add to the mystery. Kawah Ijen Volcano, Indonesia. Kawah Ijen is a striking volcano located on Java Island in Indonesia, best known for its glowing blue lava. This phenomenon is caused not by the lava itself, but by the combustion of sulfuric gases that ignite when they hit the air, creating electric blue flames that are visible only at night. The volcano also contains one of the world's largest highly acidic crater lakes, with a surreal turquoise color. Despite the toxic environment, local miners hike into the crater daily to extract sulfur, carrying heavy loads on their shoulders, an eerie yet powerful contrast between natural beauty and human endurance. Lake Kaindy, Kazakhstan. Lake Kaindy, hidden within Kazakhstan's Tian Shan Mountains, is a lake like no other. Formed by a landslide triggered by an earthquake in 1911, it flooded a forest valley, submerging the trees and creating a surreal underwater woodland. Even today, the tall trunks of spruce trees remain eerily upright beneath the surface, while their ghostly tops protrude above the water like spires. The lake's clear, cold waters preserve the submerged trees, making it a hauntingly beautiful spot for divers and nature lovers alike. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron in northern Tanzania is one of the most inhospitable bodies of water on Earth. Its high alkalinity and extreme salinity create an environment where few organisms can survive, except for flamingos, which thrive here during breeding season. What makes Lake Natron truly bizarre is its ability to calcify animals that die in its waters. The lake's unique chemistry preserves these creatures in ghostly statue-like forms, making it seem as though they were frozen in time. It's haunting, beautiful, and unlike anywhere else on the planet. Moeraki Boulders, New Zealand. Scattered along Kawah Beach on New Zealand's South Island, the Moeraki Boulders are a group of unusually large, perfectly spherical stones that seem like they were placed there by giants. Some of these boulders measure over 2 meters in diameter and are estimated to be more than 60 million years old. Formed by the slow accumulation of calcite around a core, much like how a pearl forms in an oyster, these natural marvels have inspired local Maori legends. According to one tale, they are the remains of calabashes and eel baskets washed ashore from a wrecked canoe. Their strange symmetry and size make them one of New Zealand's most mysterious natural wonders. Mount Roraima, Venezuela, Brazil, Guyana. Mount Roraima is one of the oldest geological formations on Earth, sitting at the tri-border of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. This flat-topped mountain, or tepui, rises like a colossal table from the surrounding rainforest, with vertical cliffs and a summit often shrouded in mist. The isolation of the summit has led to the evolution of unique flora and fauna found nowhere else. Its alien landscape, scattered with strange rock formations and crystal-clear pools, inspired Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's novel The Lost World. Reaching the top feels like stepping into a prehistoric realm suspended above the clouds. Rainbow Mountain, Peru. Tucked away in the Peruvian Andes, Rainbow Mountain, also known as Vinicunca, is famous for its vibrant, multicolored stripes. These natural hues are the result of mineral deposits, red from iron oxide, yellow from sulfur, and green from chlorite, among others. At over 5,000 meters above sea level, reaching the summit is no easy feat. But the reward is a breathtaking panorama that looks more like a painting than a real mountain. Until recently, Rainbow Mountain was hidden beneath snow, making its appearance a relatively new and magical discovery for the world. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Salar de Uyuni is the world's largest salt flat, covering over 10,000 square kilometers in southwest Bolivia. Formed by the evaporation of prehistoric lakes, this vast white expanse stretches as far as the eye can see, creating a seemingly endless horizon. After rainfall, the salt flat transforms into a natural mirror, perfectly reflecting the sky above. This optical illusion blurs the line between land and sky, making visitors feel as if they're walking on clouds. It's also an important source of lithium, giving this surreal landscape a surprising connection to modern technology. Silfra Fissure, Iceland. Silfra is a fissure located in Thingvellir National Park in Iceland, formed by the drifting apart of the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. What makes it truly unique is that you can snorkel or dive between two continents in some of the clearest water on Earth. The water comes from a nearby glacier and takes decades to filter through underground lava rock, resulting in visibility of over 100 meters. Floating through Silfra feels like flying in slow motion through liquid crystal, a rare and almost spiritual experience for anyone lucky enough to try it. Skazka Canyon, Kyrgyzstan. Skazka Canyon, which means fairy tale canyon in Russian, is nestled near the southern shore of Lake Issyk-Kul in Kyrgyzstan. The canyon is known for its vivid red and orange rock formations, sculpted into fantastical shapes by centuries of wind and rain. The landscape feels like it was plucked from a dream, with formations resembling dragons, castles, and mythical beasts. Unlike many famous canyons, Skazka remains largely undiscovered by mass tourism, offering a quiet, otherworldly escape filled with mystery and imagination. Trona Pinnacles, United States. Located in the Mojave Desert of California, the Trona Pinnacles are a collection of more than 500 tufa spires rising from the dry lakebed of Surreal's Lake. These strange formations were created underwater thousands of years ago and now stand tall against a barren, desert backdrop. Their alien appearance has made the site a favorite filming location for science fiction movies, including Star Trek and Planet of the Apes. Visiting Trona Pinnacles feels like wandering through an abandoned alien landscape where time stands still and silence reigns. Tsingy de Bemaraha, Madagascar. Tsingy de Bemaraha is a UNESCO World Heritage Site in western Madagascar, famous for its razor-sharp limestone formations known as tsingy, which means where one cannot walk barefoot. This stone forest stretches across hundreds of square kilometers, forming deep canyons, caves, and towering spires. Navigating this landscape requires hanging bridges, ladders, and harnesses, making it one of the most adventurous places on Earth. The region is also home to many endemic species of lemurs, birds, and reptiles, adding a layer of rare biodiversity to this dramatic and forbidding terrain. Underwater waterfall illusion, Mauritius. Off the coast of Le Morne, Brabant in Mauritius, a stunning optical illusion appears to show a waterfall plunging into the ocean depths. In reality, this underwater waterfall is an illusion created by sand and silt sliding down the steep slopes of the ocean floor. Viewed from above, especially by drone or helicopter, it looks like the sea is swallowing itself. It's a breathtaking trick of nature that draws travelers from around the world and adds a mystical dimension to the island's already tropical paradise. Valley of the Moon, Chile. Located in Chile's Atacama Desert, Valle de la Luna, Valley of the Moon, is a barren, wind-sculpted landscape that bears an uncanny resemblance to the surface of the moon. Its dry, cracked earth, salt formations, and jagged rocks make it one of the driest and most surreal places on the planet. The area comes alive at sunset, when the fading light paints the rocks in shades of pink, purple, and gold. With no vegetation and a deep silence all around, walking through Valle de la Luna feels like an interplanetary journey without ever leaving Earth. Cappadocia, Turkey. Cappadocia is a historical region in central Turkey known for its unique rock formations, ancient cave dwellings, and dramatic landscapes. The soft volcanic rock has been shaped by centuries of erosion into towering fairy chimneys, creating a natural skyline that looks like a fantasy world. Perhaps the most iconic experience here is the sunrise hot air balloon rides, where dozens of colorful balloons float over valleys and canyons. Beneath the surface, you'll also find vast underground cities and rock-carved churches, making Cappadocia both a visual wonder and a place steeped in ancient history. Pamukkale, Turkey. Pamukkale, meaning cotton castle in Turkish, is one of the most visually striking natural wonders in Turkey. Its white terraces are made of travertine, a type of limestone deposited by mineral-rich thermal waters that flow down the hillside. For thousands of years, people have bathed in its warm, healing pools, including the ancient Greco-Roman city of Hierapolis, which sits just above the terraces. The blend of glistening white steps and turquoise waters gives Pamukkale a dreamlike beauty that's both soothing and surreal. Reynisfjara Beach, Iceland. Located near the town of Vík on Iceland's southern coast, Reynisfjara is a black sand beach famous for its striking basalt columns and crashing Atlantic waves. The beach was formed by volcanic activity, with lava cooling rapidly as it met the ocean and breaking down into smooth black grains over time. Towering offshore are the Reynisdrangar sea stacks, said by legend to be trolls turned to stone by the morning sun. The beach's dramatic contrast of dark sand, white surf, and moody skies makes it one of the most hauntingly beautiful places in Iceland. Wulingyuan Scenic Area, China. Wulingyuan is a UNESCO World Heritage Site in China's Hunan province, best known for its towering sandstone pillars that rise straight up from the forest below. This surreal landscape is said to have inspired the floating mountains in James Cameron's film Avatar. With over 3,000 vertical rock formations, deep ravines, natural bridges, and waterfalls, Wulingyuan feels like a natural fortress hidden within mist-covered peaks. The area is also home to rich biodiversity and traditional villages, making it a blend of wild nature and cultural heritage. Lençóis Maranhenses National Park, Brazil. Lençóis Maranhenses, located in northeastern Brazil, is one of the most unusual desert landscapes in the world. At first glance, it appears to be endless sand dunes, but during the rainy season, crystal-clear freshwater lagoons form between the dunes, creating a surreal blend of desert and oasis. These shimmering pools are perfect for swimming and reflect the sky above, enhancing the dreamlike atmosphere. The contrast between the white sands and turquoise waters is so stunning that it feels almost digitally rendered, yet it's entirely natural and breathtakingly real. Every one of these places tells a story, shaped by wind, water, fire, or time itself. Whether it's a black sand beach battered by Icelandic waves or a mysterious volcanic crater that's been burning for decades, the world has a way of reminding us that magic doesn't just belong in fairy tales. And maybe that's the best part of traveling, discovering the unexpected, feeling small in the presence of nature, and realizing there's still so much wonder out there waiting to be seen. If this video sparked your curiosity, don't forget to give it a like and drop a comment about which destination left you speechless. I'd love to hear if you've visited any of these places or if one just made it to the top of your bucket list. Make sure to subscribe to Wanderway for more journeys into the extraordinary corners of our world. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.